I'm back with more incredible garden finds from Costco. Beautiful plants that not only will transform your yard, but also won't break the bank. From stunning hibiscus that are dinner plate size to amazing hydrangeas, these deals are too good to miss. Let's dig in. Here in Zone 7, Costco currently has racks and racks of these boxed plants. They're all 2-packs, they're all $16.99, and they'll all bloom this season, which makes them a fantastic deal. The first was the Monge Lilac. Now that's the only spring bloomer of the collection, and it's also the largest plant that I saw in the 2-packs because it can get up to 15 feet tall. Now the Monge Lilac has a deep purple flower, but it has that classic beautiful lilac scent that I love almost as much as I love the scent of my gardenias. There are also 2 kinds of hardy hibiscus. Now, if you've seen my channel, you know how much I love those. They have a giant red hardy hibiscus that comes in a 2-pack, as well as the beautiful pink Passion Hardy Hibiscus that has a pink on the outside and a red eye. You can fill your yard with hibiscus for that tropical look. There is also some really beautiful hydrangeas available right now in the 2-pack at Costco. So also for $16.99, you can get Cherry Explosion, which is the registered trademarked name of McKay Hydrangeas. So that is a big leaf hydrangea that gets those beautiful mop head flowers, but it also has a little bit of a lace cap effect, which means that some of the buds in the middle of the flower will remain closed. So it has almost like a 3D effect. They're really pretty. And let me tell you what a good deal that is. I actually bought a McKay hydrangea from Home Depot last year in a 3-gallon pot. It was $34.99. You're getting 2 of them for $16.99. The second hydrangea that I saw is another mop head or big leaf hydrangea called Double Down. Now that's your classic blue or pink hydrangea, but with a twist. The Double Down is a rebloomer, which means that it blooms on old wood and new wood. So if you've ever chopped your hydrangea at the wrong time and then missed a season of blooms, that won't happen with the Double Down because it blooms on the new growth as well. So not only will you get a flush of gorgeous, huge, either pink or blue blooms in the early summer, but your plants will continue to bloom throughout the season instead of just fading, which is really great. And with both the Cherry Explosion and the Double Down, the color is dependent on the acidity of your soil. So you can kind of choose whether you want a pink on the Double Down or that deep pink, almost red on the Cherry Explosion. Or if you'd like to go for a lavender on the Cherry Explosion and a blue color on the Double Down, I'll leave links in the description for products that you can add to your soil to change the color of hydrangeas like those. Last but not least, my favorite, Silver Dollar Hydrangeas. Now this is a panicle variety of hydrangea, kind of similar to Limelight. Like I feel like everybody knows what a Limelight is. Silver Dollar is similar, but it's a lot more manageable. It doesn't get nearly as big as a Limelight. They top out at 4 to 5 feet tall. And while they have these big, beautiful panicle blooms like a Limelight, the flower heads are not quite as big, which is a good thing because they don't hold as much water after the rain. So the stems are bred to be stronger. And as a result, they're able to really stand up strong after a rain instead of flopping and breaking the way that some of the Limelights do, especially if they're not pruned correctly. Now, if you were to combine all of these plants together, the lilac, the hardy hibiscus, and the hydrangeas, you really would have 3 seasons of color because the lilac is going to bloom in the spring. And then when that has faded in the early summer, you're going to get those beautiful hydrangea flowers. And then late July, early August, when those flowers are just starting to fade, those tropical looking hardy hibiscus are going to put on an amazing show. So if you're looking for some things to really liven up your yard with color all 3 seasons, you can get that done at Costco right now. Let me show you the quality of what you're getting. Now I'm only going to open up these Silver Dollar hydrangeas. Okay, so if I bring this in close, you can see that the roots take up about the top third of this bag. The rest is just soil, but that's a good thing because if you cannot plant these right away, depending on the weather in your zone, These have plenty of room to grow. You just want to make sure that you're checking on the roots so that they don't dry out. But the other thing that I really was excited about is you can see that there is new growth on these so that you know they are ready to thrive. And I saw that on all of the plants that I looked at Costco, the lilac, the hydrangeas, and even the hardy hibiscus, which is a surprise because in my zone, those are not coming up yet. They won't even start to come up for at least another month, which is kind of a benefit if you were to buy those hardy hibiscus plants from Costco this time of year. I bet you'll get blooms before I will. Now, if you're unable to plant your plants when you buy them due to the weather, there's a couple of different things that you can do to keep them safe until it's time to plant. For me, my soil temperature in zone 7 probably will not warm up to 50 degrees, which is about where you want it before you plant things like this for the season, until about next month. So I have a month where I need to keep these safe. So here's what you can do. If you have an unheated garage, they can go in there. Just make sure that you're checking on them here and there to make sure that the roots don't dry out. You may need to open the top of the bag and just sprinkle in some water. Don't waterlog them, just give them enough to keep them going. They will not grow or set too much roots, but they also won't dry out as much if they're in an unheated garage while the temperatures are still cool. If you have an unheated hoop house, that will also work as well. You know that I have the kingbird hoop house. Something like this would do fine in there. Again, because of the warmer temperatures during the day, you would want to just check the roots, make sure that they're not drying out until it's time to plant. If you don't have either of those options, that's okay. You can bring them in your house or you can put them in a greenhouse. Now, I heat my greenhouse, so it's kind of the same as being in my house, except that it has much brighter light. So for both of those options, if you're going to keep them in warmer temperatures, I would suggest that you pot these to make sure that they don't dry out or get stunted from the warmer temperatures. They're going to start putting on growth. They're going to start setting more roots if they're in the warm. So I'm going to pot these and leave them here in the sun in my heated greenhouse so that when I'm ready to plant, these things are already taking off and my garden is going to be amazing, and I hope yours is too. Thanks so much for watching today. Let me know in the comments what you are going to buy at Costco this season. Have a great day.